Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video I'm going to show you how you can crop a video or an image in Adobe Premiere. So what you have to do basically is, first of all, is to import your video. First, go to File and click on Import, or what I like to do, a shorter method, is to actually use the Control-I shortcut. So if you go here to Edit, and here you have your project. Now, obviously, if you don't have a project, go to File, New, Project, Control-Alt-N, and create a new project. So when you create a new project, then you'll be able to create a new project. Then once you have a project, now here, if you select project, and if you can't see this, what you have to do is to go here, and here you should be able to add a new panel, which is this one, project. If I close this panel, then if I go here to window, here I should see project. All right, so this one, if I click here now I can I have this project I created, and I just opened that one, and now I can click on import here, so I can import this project. Now you can right click and select import, or you can use the shortcut Control+I. And now when you click Control+I shortcut, or you right click and select if you also select here import, then now here you can click on a video that you want to crop, or image. You can also, actually I'm going to select two videos so I can show you for image and video. And now this is the timeline, and you can grab and drag onto the timeline. Now you have both of this video actually and this image, and now this is for the audio. You see this audio icon here. You can also click here on for voiceover record, and the voiceover will start. But if you don't want the audio, you can click on link, and now right click and delete the audio from that video. And now you want to crop, just drag like this, and I'll put the video and the image over each other on top of the image and top of the video. Now we have here the image. Now if I want to crop the video or the image, I have to go to window, and here make sure you enable this panel, which is the effects panel. I already have this one here. I'll click on effects, and here in the search bar I will write crop. Now I'll grab this and drag onto the video and drag onto the image as well. And now if I selected this image and I double click, now I can move this. I can move where I want, but if I want to crop, here you see crop, and I can simply select from here if I want to crop. But also if you select crop, then if you select motion, then that's gonna apply some motion, or opacity. Then if you move, you can change the opacity. But if you select crop, then you can crop from here. They don't have to move. But if you see, if you crop the top, it will actually change here, or you can do it from here as well, or from here. And when you're doing it from here, and you would like this to slow down, usually I hold Control, and yeah, if you want slower, if you want this to slow down. And now you also have this zoom here, and zoom, and then or you disable zoom, and then you can add some edge feather, if you want to for your project. That's possible. So now once you edit your crop, you crop the image, you can click on motion, and now you can move this crop where you want. And I'll move here right in the corner, and I'll put it here. Now I'll click on the mountain, and I will actually, if I select the mountain, I hear an FX control. All right, and if you can't see effects control, by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, if you click on window, and here in this panel, you should see this effects control panel, click on it, and now you have enabled effects control panel. And of course, because I dragged and dropped this effect crop effect to the video, onto the video, then and now you are able to crop actually the video as well. And of course, the video will play and everything, it's fine. But yeah, you can also, if you click on the top here, crop, you can crop with this as well. And I think it's much faster. And yeah, if you want to crop increments, if you use shift, this can help. Shift and yes, that's something you can do. Now you can move with position, move here. Let's say I'll move this video here, and if some by mistake you unchecked, let's say you click on the video and on the image or on the image, you don't have to select from here. You just click on, you want to select the image, the video, you want to select the image, click here. And what you see here, this is actually from motion. And here you have the anchor point, and you can move from here the anchor point, rotation, scale, position. But as I said, if you click on motion, you can change from here as well. You have here anti-flickering, and let's actually resize this and resize from here. And by the way, this portion is for keyframing. And if you click here and where you see crop, you also have this crop, create eclipse mask and create 4-point polygon mask, or you create a free draw bezier. So now you see here, if I here reset and then also go to motion, I reset this as well. Now basically here this video or this image, if I go to crop, you can also use some free draw bezier, which is helpful if you want to crop something specifically. And now here you can increase the opacity and mask reflection for this image. And what is cool right now is that if you increase, you have this mask. If you can't see the mask, you know, you created the mask, but which is right over here. Just click on the mask and now you have the mask again. But what it's cool now that you can create a really nice effect, and this you can apply this for X amount of times or for X amount of situations. So depends now on your creativity, but this effect or this thing that I'm about to show you, you can adapt in your video, and you can do this in many other ways or creative ways. So now if you actually go here to top or left, or let's say top, and you decrease this, look what effect you can create, which is really cool because let me reset this. You can also add a keyframe here. So right at the beginning of the video, I click on this clock here, and then I move a couple of keyframes, and then I increase this to till there's nothing here, or is will surpass my crop. So now when I move at the beginning of the video, I click here on play, you have this effect. Again, you can create this, and if it's not clear, the resolution is for playback is not clear. It's because of this. You right click on this, and here playback resolution is not full. So pause resolution, it's full, but as you can see now is then actually the original resolution. But this is actually good to keep like this even in 1.4, 1:4. It's good, depends now on your machine. If your computer is not really fast, I'm using a laptop, so in this situation I like to use this. For pauses you can use full, but for playback resolution it's good to use 1:4 or 1:2 or full, depends now on your laptop, on your computer. But yeah, now you can create this. Now of course you can add for the other one as well. I'll reset motion, I'll reset crop, And of course, now if you want to see the video on top of the image, you just grab the video and drag it on top of the image. And now you have the video on top of the image. But of course, if you click on your video and then you click on the freehand or just maybe Eclipse mask. Now let's use Eclipse because we already used Draw Bezier. Click on this Eclipse, and if I just drag, let's say now from the bottom, you have this interesting. I can also move, of course, um, this Eclipse, and we'll start from bottom, and you have this. Of course, now at the end of this video, I can add a bottom keyframe, and now a couple of like maybe at right in the middle or more. I will actually increase this, and I'll add the keyframe, which will simulate and create this animation. Really simple and really easy, and it's not really doesn't really have an intention here, just for practice, because it doesn't really make any sense what I'm doing here. I mean, the animation doesn't make sense, it doesn't even look good. But this is just for practice, and these are keyframes. Keyframes just change the position. You can keyframe, let's say, this video. We're gonna click on motion, and I'll resize this. If you want this video to move from here to here, you just use a keyframe. That's why keyframes are very useful, very important. So if you want to keyframe, click on the logo here, alongside the name. Click on here. This is the video now, and then you add a keyframe, but not here. Sorry, it's like, you have the video here. You have the video, and now if you want to add a keyframe for position, for scale, you click on this this time logo, right? If you want to add a keyframe for rotation, you click on this clock icon, and then where you want to add this, you just change the rotation now, and we have a keyframe. So I know this video it's quite long, but I want to go in depth because sometimes, and for most of the time, majority of my videos are short form content, and then it's short content, but then in the video, a lot of people told me it's not enough because you have the answer, then you learn, but then there's some things in the video that you don't understand, or you didn't understand completely, and then because the video is short, then you will just then you'll have to look for other answers, and you don't understand completely, understand deeply how it works. But then you have a long video that will explain quite in a more deep manner, elaborate more things and elaborate, explain things. Then in this way, I hope you will understand better and will help you this more. Please leave your feedback down below. I'll really appreciate if you leave your feedback below in the comment section. If you have also other additional questions, please leave your questions down below, like questions related to Adobe Premiere. If you'd like me to create a different tutorial the next time, please, if it feels like it's a short or it doesn't matter, just let me know. I'll create a tutorial for you. And thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.